Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here to work on just getting ready for the virtual crop that's starting tonight. And we'll chat why I didn't have any videos going up the last couple days, but we'll just get some of the pages ready to go and then we'll just upload a video for today, just getting ready. Okay, when you get a small one like this, see how it's hard to get it to go in there? What I do is I glue it onto another cardstock. Let me see here. I'll have to remember to go get my ATG gun downstairs. Okay, where is the sticky? Which side is the stickiness kind of? Maybe this is, there we go. That's a different one. It's from Steppin' Up, and I don't even think they make it anymore. So when I run out, it's like score tape, but in a dispenser. So I just put it onto another piece, and then you can punch it out, because when you can't guide it, so I just glue it like that, and then it makes it so that you can punch it out. Now, like I said, I thought I was going to, every day. I think the last day I put up a video was on Tuesday. And I came home Tuesday morning. I did quite a few videos, got everything ready. And then my daughter, my middle daughter, had the day off. So I was like, well, I have to go to the scrapbooking store again and, get my kit for the month. So I said, we can go do that. I'll bring you to Starbucks. We can get a cold drink, because oh my gosh, on Tuesday it was so hot. Like, we never get that kind of heat in June, but it was awesome. So I went to pick her up. It was like, I don't know, 11:30. I was going to take Monday off, and then Monday I ended up working all day till like 6. So I'm like, okay, I'm taking Tuesday afternoon off. So I went and got her. We did that, and then we put the truck was really dusty. So I'm like, let's go through the car wash. So we did that. Then, if you remember, I said that I had bought a paddle board. So we came home, we picked up Josh, and then we went to the trailer, because we're really close to the beach. Like, walking distance is about 10 minutes. And so they're like, well, we're going to take the truck, right? And I'm like, no, then we have to pay to get into the beach. So let's walk. So anyway, they inflated the paddleboard and we walked to the beach, and literally I could see the beach. And Josh says, did you bring sunscreen? And I was like, oh my goodness, no. And I said, why are you thinking of that now? He goes, well, you usually think of that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but that's when you were kids. Like, you're adults, you should be. So I said, well, let's just go and put it in, and I'll watch you guys for a few minutes, and then I'll walk back to the trailer and get some sunscreen, because he's as white as a ghost. So I knew he was going to burn. So, and it was like, I don't know how many degrees that is in Fahrenheit, but it was like over 30 degrees Celsius. So I walked back, and oh, I just about I melted. So I'm like, well, too bad. I'm getting the truck, and I'm going through the entry, and I'll pay the fee to get in. Like, I just can't walk all the way back. And anyway, I get to the thing. It's like $13. I'm like, oh my goodness. And it was past 3 o'clock. So at this point, I'm like, why aren't you charging like half? Like, the day's done. But anyway, I said, how much is it for a season, like a seasonal pass? $110. I was like, okay, no, I'm just paying the $13 because I thought, well, you know, it's good for other provincial parks, if you will, but no, that's too much. If it would have been for national parks too, then yes, because Katie and I want to go to Fundy this a few times this summer, and it's like $13 to get in there. Okay, so what I do is I have these by We Are Memory Keepers, and there's six of them. So I put the page kit once it's already into this. Then all I'll have to do is add photos and assign a challenge, which the challenge is on the website, like on the Facebook group already. I put them up last Friday, and then I'm ready to go. Like, I just grab that and I'm ready to go. Now, do I need to cut all this apart before I start? No, I really don't. And probably what I'll do is one of the kits, I won't cut them apart. And that'll be maybe the first one, the first kit that I'll do. I don't know. We'll see. And then I can just cut them apart. Or maybe I'll just do them all. I had asked, I think Josh forgot, but I had asked for him to do some viewfinders in the mint colors. He had done the mint, but since then we've updated the mint, and there's 4 shades in the mint. So I'm like, okay, the original viewfinders only had one color. Can you do one with all the different colors? I think he forgot because I went to print them this morning. If you remember the last page kit I put together, I'm like, ooh, this would look really good with mint. Well, I went to print it off and it's not done. So I thought, well, just get the rest of these cut out, and by then when you're ready, it's still early, so he's still sleeping, so I'll get him to work on that first thing so that I can print them and cut them out. So anyway, I paid the $13, went in. We ended up staying like another hour, so it was like $13 for an hour, but it was worth it. Just in that little bit of time, he burnt a little bit on one of his arms. I mean, he is so white. His skin hasn't seen sunshine in I don't know how long. He's probably vitamin D deficient because, my goodness. So I said, okay, once it starts getting nice there, we got to do this once a week. Because Katie's off during the week. She usually works every weekend, pretty much. She only takes like a couple weekends off, like it feels like a year. It's not very many. Might be one weekend a month, if that, and it's either Saturday or Sunday. I don't think she takes both off. And so anyway, then they played, and they were, oh my goodness, they had so much fun on that paddleboard. They ended up making me sit on the paddleboard, and they pushed me out, and I was like, I don't want to fall in. I'm just in my shorts, and you know, I'm not in the big, and the water was cold. They said it was nice, but it was cold. So I didn't really want to go in because it was too cold. And then they were like, okay, we're hungry. And last weekend, we made some sesame chicken for all our, like for all of us at where we're staying at the trailer park for the summer. And so we went home and I heated them up some sesame chicken. So they ate that and then they left. It was like 5, they went home. And like I said, it was so warm, and we have a Margaritaville machine. So when Dave came home, I'm like, oh my gosh, can you make us some margaritas? Like, it is like at the home at the trailer park. I said, it is so hot. And I'm not a big drinker. Like, if I have a drink or two, like, I'm good. But oh my goodness, we had a few drinks because it was so hot, and the margarita, like, it's with ice, so it just felt so good. Like the coolness, because we had been like baking all day. So that was good. So Wednesday morning when I woke up, I'm working on, and I call it the secret project. Hopefully I can talk about it soon, but I'm working on this secret project, and it has to be done before the end of June, like the third week of June. So I'm kind of going gung-ho on that until it's done. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to stay here today and no distractions, and I'll just work on that all day. So I did that, which was awesome. I got a lot done. Basically pretty much done. And then that night we were going to like a restaurant to eat, like 3 couples. And I called my husband at 5, and he's like, oh, I just got called on a problem, so you guys go ahead. I don't think I'll be able to go. Anyway, he ended up working till like 8:30, and then he's like, well, we're starting again at 10. So I'm like, well, you might as well just go to bed. Like, don't bother coming here because you won't get any sleep, because he was working that night at 1. So they start working again at 10, and then at 1 he had to work all night till like 5. So when I woke up the next morning, he still wasn't there because, you know, instead of driving, he went to bed here at the house. So I'm like, well, I'll just, I guess, keep working on the secret project because I didn't have a car. I was stuck there. So I worked on that, and he called me around 10:30. He's like, do you want me to go get you? And I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of deep into this right now. It's going really well, and I think I can pretty much finish it today, because what I did was I did the secret project, all of it done, and now I bought like a second set of the papers and all this stuff. Now I'm going to do it on camera. I just wanted it because I only have, like, it has to be done in an hour. So I kind of have to know what I'm doing exactly. And then I can just film it. So I did that. All of that is done. You know, a lot of the instructions are all written out, and sketches and all this stuff. So all that's done. So today I have to work on this, and I have 1 video left to do for Patreon for the month. I only have a couple that I need to edit and put them up. So I'm hoping that I can get that last one done today. If not, I'll do it on Monday. I mean, we're only the 11th today, and I'm all done. I've been working my little tushy off, as they say. But so that's all done. But that's why I didn't have any videos, because, you know, yesterday I ended up being stuck at the trailer. I didn't have a vehicle, so I was stuck there, and I just ended up finishing that secret project. So that was good. I just have to film it now, which I have to get it all done next week. Next week, I have to get it all done, all edited, and then I'm hoping by Friday it'll be done, and it's due for the Monday after. But I'd like to get it done by Friday. I don't want to work on that during the weekend. I want to have it done before. And then I'm going to start working on my Patreon stuff for July, because we are going on vacay at the end of June. And there we go. Oh. And moving on to the third one. Yay. So this doesn't, like I said, it doesn't take long. It's just to get it done, right? Just a matter of getting it done. Doesn't take very long. It's kind of relaxing, actually. When I go to a crop, I usually don't do this part, and I just do it in between layouts. And what it does, it kind of gives me, you know, it takes, we'll say, another 10 minutes. It's kind of funny because everything takes about 10 minutes. So choosing the pattern papers, I say average about 10 minutes per pages. Some of them take less, some of them take more, but if you take an average, it's about 10 minutes per page. Same thing with adding the embellishments. It's about 10 minutes per page. And then cutting them out is approximately 10 minutes per page. So, so that's, each page kit is about 30 minutes. But the thing is, usually I'll do this when I don't feel like doing anything else. Like I don't feel like making a page. I don't feel like, you know, organizing or whatever. So I'll make page kits. And I find that after, when I make the pages, where each page used to take me like an hour and a half, now I can make a page in like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. A page is done. Boom. And it's awesome, especially when you're going to crops, right? I don't know about you, but I always have like almost little competition with myself, right? Okay, last time I got X amount of pages done. This time I got to beat that. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to go to some in the fall. And I love it because I bring everything so I can film. And it usually, you know, if I get 20 some pages, that's like 10 weeks worth of content for me, right? For YouTube. So that's awesome. So it's like a work weekend, but it's like then I kind of dedicate all my time to making pages and nothing else. Because, you know, when you're at home, it's like, oh, well, I got to do this and I got to do that. And that's why the secret project there, I was like, no. And still at the trailer, I still find, okay, well, yeah, I'm just going to clean up, which it doesn't take long in there, which is awesome. So, you know, yesterday I kind of cleaned up a little bit. There wasn't much to do, but I cleaned up a little bit. Then I got dressed and did the little bit of dishes that we had, which was almost nothing. Because I try to keep up on it because it's small in there, right? So if it's messy, oof, it doesn't take much for it to be messy. So I try to, I can tell you, after that day of scrapping, it was pretty messy. It didn't take me long to clean up though. Okay, so then I have these trays, and I got those on Amazon. It was 4 trays for 20 bucks. So now between my We Are Memory Keepers trays, and then these, they're a little smaller than the other ones, but it still fits a 12 by 12 layout. So, and what was it called? I think I just Googled or searched for trays, food trays on Amazon, and I found them that way. And so they're awesome. They're not, not great if you want to, go to a crop. You wouldn't want to bring those there because they're kind of bulky, but in your craft room, what I like to do is like on, I'll get all my page kits ready for Patreon, and I'll put them in those plastic bags, like, you know, where I keep them. And then I'll take a whole day and I will cut everything out like this, find the pictures, assign a challenge to it. And then when I come upstairs to my room, I'm like, okay, what can I do today? And then I can just grab one of those and I can just start working. So it was a great way to organize sort of my life, my scrapbooking life. It's made a huge difference. I get so much more done in a week now, ever since I started doing that, which is awesome. Okay, so this week, which I will get those printed off as soon as I'm done the video for today. We're going to have some more letters, the typewriter letters, and this time it's going to be with the black text. So last week it was the typewriter font with the white text, and this week it's the black text. And then next he'll work on the numbers for both the white text and the black text. So hopefully he can do the numbers for black and white text next week. I'm hoping that we can do both next week, and then that lettering will be done. And there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff to do, right? Because with the lettering, we have the A4 size and the 8.5 by 11, depending on what you want to print it on. So he's got to, for each color, he's got to make 2 different files. And then he's got to make a watermark file. And then he's got to put it up on the website. 2 files per color. So plus he's got to make them. So that's why it takes quite a bit of time. A lot of it is just putting stuff up. Okay. And then I do the printing of the stuff, and that takes a long time, because the thing is, if my printer wasn't in the room where I'm doing videos, I could have it printing right now and it would be done. But my printer is in my craft room because I use it for crafting. Like, that's what I bought it for, was to print photos. I bought it to print photos, which I do sometimes, but most of the time now it's to print out digital files. But that's okay, because I love it. It'll probably run out of ink today, so that's a good half hour, 30 to 45 minutes, depending. I kind of got a groove going now. Because I think when you open the door and it moves the inks over, I think it only stays like that for maybe 15 minutes. And before, I always used to have to close the door and get it to come back. But now I pretty much get it done in time. But I do a lot of prep work before, so it still takes a long time. It's just I make sure I'm all ready, like, because you have a resetter, so I make sure that I plug that in. I have all my inks out, all lined up. I put gloves on because, man alive, I make a mess. I make a mess, but that's good. Oh, another thing I have to do today too is do a little scrapbook haul with some stuff that I bought. Okay. All right. Is this another one done? I think so. Yay. So I don't know if I'll do them all on camera, like get them all cut up on camera. I'll try to, I should have maybe tried to look at the time and see how much time, you know, I can kind of figure it out because like I said, it's about 5 to 10 minutes per page kit to cut everything out. So if I had 10, which I can only do 9 because Josh didn't print off the mint stuff, or he didn't finish the mint stuff, so I'll have to get him to do that. So I have to do 9. So that'd be, would that be an hour and a half? What? Possibly. Usually I don't do all of these in one sitting. I'll do a little bit and then I kind of do something else and I do it a bit more. But because I was kind of not here for 2 days, now I'm like, ooh, not good. Okay. So this video will go up today and then I'll keep the scrapbook haul for Sunday, and then the new font that will go up today because the sale on the digital files are going to end this Sunday. So Monday they'll go up. So I just want to let everyone know it's just this weekend. Okay. Get this done. And then tomorrow, like I said, probably the scrapbook haul. Then Monday I'll come back here because I think Monday what I'll do is I'll try to finish the last video for Patreon if I don't get that done today. I have some writing stuff to do, some description stuff to do. So I probably, and that takes me forever. I just, I don't like doing that kind of stuff. But I'll do it and then I'll get Josh to fix it. But I want to get that done today. I have to send that off. And then I have a couple of videos to edit, so I'll want to do that. Okay, let's do this again with this so I can punch this out. And then we start tonight at 6, so oh, Dave has to pick up my pictures too. That's for the secret project, but I got so many printed out. I think he was like, I don't know, 400 pictures or something. Yeah. Got lots printed, so I can take a few for tonight and this weekend. Get those scrapped, and I was like, I didn't get many of those printed off. I need to print those off. So I'm gonna get those done. And if he doesn't, if he gets them while I'm doing the crop, the first 4, because we're doing 4 pages tonight, the first 4, I'll just grab some photos that I have here and get those on the first 4 challenges. And then, oh, before I do anything else, I'll have to assign a challenge to each one of those. And I like to assign the challenge first because it can affect the pictures that you use. Because sometimes it requires a certain picture, right? So I want to make sure that I know which challenge is going to go on which page kit. Okay, well, that's going to be another one done, and then we'll only have 4 more left. There. Now, I've had a few people leave messages and saying, you know, oh, I'm all ready. And that was like 2 days ago. They had their 10-page kits ready and, you know, ready to go. Assigned a challenge to each and all that. So that's cool. Yeah, the first time I did the virtual crop, I kind of kept the challenges, not secret, but, you know, I just, as I was doing the challenges, I kind of, you know, said then what the challenges were. And then everybody was like, next time, do you mind giving us the challenges ahead of time? It's like, no, not at all. So that is what I am doing. And if anything, it just makes sure that, you know, I'm on time, and I usually am pretty good at making sure that I'm not late for anything. I give myself deadlines and stuff, but so this, you know, the deadline was last Friday, so all the challenges were up. I think Friday by noon, everything was up there, noon or 2 or something like that. But then it gives me a week to kind of like mull over what I'm going to do with each of the challenges. So that it's good for me too. I'll get those. I love the red. Oh, love it. I think my favorite red is this one here. The one that is almost like a pink. That one is my favorite. Okay, so this is a 1.5 inch circle, and I love layering the circles on the viewfinders. And one thing that I've really liked lately is laying over top the viewfinders is these speech bubbles too, and it's awesome to have something else that we can use as a foundation. And doilies is on there. It's just really hard. Like, I have a list that is like a mile long of different things that I want him to do. But like I said, it's not just, if we had like a techie guy that's all he did was the art, and somebody else would put up the stuff on the website. Like, I have other stuff to do too, so I don't have time. So it's kind of, but if all he was doing was art, then we'd probably get, you know, more created. But when you have 1-2 people, and I'm focusing, you know, on the videos and editing and, you know, Patreon and all that, and he's focusing on the digital files. It's a 2-man show. But I am impressed with how many digital files we got done. Like, it's well over 1,000, you know, not different, like there's not like 1,000 different shapes or anything like that, but you get a thing for each color. And then we have the color families, and oh, it's doing pretty good. Okay. One last thing, and then we'll have this one done. What did I say I had to do with these? Oh, a sun challenge and a photo. I was like, oh my gosh, I already forgot. Oh, I can tell you, after that heat, oh, couldn't even think. And then yesterday, which was 2 days later, it was freezing. Like, we were close. I mean, it was 9 degrees, but still, that's pretty close to freezing because 0 is freezing, or -1 or whatever. So, hello. 2 days later, we're frigid. So cold, we couldn't even stand outside last night. It was so cold. We had to put the heat on. 2 days before, the air conditioner couldn't even keep up. It's like, okay, how is that even possible? Like, what's going on? But, okay, let's get this done. Let's move these out of the way. Punch these. There's a bunch of these too that I gotta reprint. I was doing really good. Like, if I saw, you know, a certain color go down, I would take one of my little recipe cards and I would write down which ones I had to print out, but I haven't done that lately. So I got to do that again. Because there's a lot of stuff. I'm running low. And I have enough cardstock right now because I had bought one and it comes with 250 sheets. And then I went and made it so it's auto-delivered. I think it's every 2 months maybe. And of course I bought one and then I did that. And then the delivery was like May 23rd. And I had bought one maybe like a week before. So I got 2. But that's good because then it probably means I'll be good until, you know, I get it auto-delivered again. And we'll see if I'll need to buy one, you know, an extra one again to make sure I have lots. Now today I think it's supposed to be 21, which isn't too bad. It's not too hot and not too cold. Should be good. I don't call that a beach day though. A beach day, it's got to be warm. I freeze so easily that it's got to be a warm day for me to go to the beach. Okay. Oh, I wish I would have thought of it. Dave got me a necklace for Mother's Day, and it's to help, it's kind of like to help save the turtles. So it's a little turtle necklace. And then they tell you which turtle that you, I don't know, kind of adopt it, and you can track them. And so anyway, we got that yesterday in the mail. It was a little late coming in, but, and their turtle name is Crush. And I was like, what? And the reason that I said, what, is because that soap company that I'm starting, which I kind of had to put on the back burner because of that secret project that I'm working on. That's taking a lot of my time, but it needed to be put up on the priority list. So I did. And so that soap company, I already have the name for it, and it's Crush. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I didn't know what to do. Is it, you know, so it's kind of giving me ideas now. So I love it. So cute. So anyway, she's a female turtle. They named her Crush, and it was just random that I got that one, right? And she was caught in a fishing net, and they, you know, saved her, and she got like she was caught in a fishing net. So I'm sure she wasn't doing well. And then they took her in and fixed her up, and she was re-released in the wild, or in the water, in the sea, last July. So almost a month ago, or a year ago, sorry. And there's a tracker on her. So I was, I went to see where she was, and I got it yesterday, and the last time she pinged. And sometimes it can be months before they're pinged, because they got to be on the surface for a certain amount of time, and all that stuff. But the last time she was pinged was yesterday. So she's off the coast of Florida. So I was like, oh, there she is, just swimming around. So I'll be doing a page on her soon, probably this weekend. Yeah, probably this weekend. I can't remember if I took a picture. I know I took a picture of her tracking. I don't think I took a picture of the card. Did I take a picture of the necklace? I think Dave did, and he sent it to me. So I could use those pictures. Actually, this page would go really well with that. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because the card is kind of this color, blue and green. The necklace is kind of a turquoise, but I think, I don't know, I'll have to check. There might be another one that will go better. And I did a page last year about how I'm petrified of sharks, and I have an app on my phone where I track sharks. And of course, for every shark that has a tracker on them, how many of them don't have trackers? So I'm like, And we always thought, oh, we're such in cool water, there's no way that there'd be sharks around here. Well, Brunswick, which is kind of ironic because I live in New Brunswick, but Brunswick keeps coming here. Last year, he wasn't that far from where we are. He was pinged off the water in Buktush, and that's like maybe 30 minutes from where I am. 25 minutes. No. So I always clock him. I always watch where he is. And so now I'll have Crush to follow too. And they're much cuter. Anyway, Brunswick, he was actually tagged in Brunswick, Georgia, and that's why he was called Brunswick. But he's always near New Brunswick, and he's, like the ones that are tagged, there's not that many that come up where we are. I think I've seen like maybe 3 or 4 different sharks. But he always comes every year. I should track him again. Last time I tracked him in the winter, he stays down in Florida. But in the summer, he always comes to say hi to New Brunswick. So yeah, I'll have to make a page on Crush. And I'll have to make a page of Josh and Kate on the paddleboard too. Of course, my phone dies. They were doing, not only were they, standing up on the paddleboard, they were doing handstands on the paddleboard. Silly kids. And of course, my phone died. So I got a little bit, some pictures taken and stuff, but I don't have all the craziness that they were doing. So I'll have to do that next time. I don't think it'll be next week, because I think next week it's all in the 20s and rain all week. And it's like, seriously? Hopefully it'll change by the time it comes around, but we shall see. Okay, so this is the last one I'm going to do on camera, because the mint one, I have to wait for me to print that. So that's all good. wait for that, I can get this video ready and up on YouTube. I don't think I have much to cut in this one, so while I finish off cutting that, so if you're interested in the virtual crop, it starts at 6. And for the people that already signed up, please, please, please join the Facebook group. Please don't wait till 6, because at 6, like once we start, I don't have time to look at my phone to see if, you know, people want to join. So make sure that you join the Facebook group before it starts. And another thing is I have to film with my camera because there's a few times that it didn't record for people. So I want to make sure that I record it just in case it doesn't save it. So that's it, man. Woohoo! I'm all ready. I just got to assign a challenge to each and I am done. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. If you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.